Now shifting focus. Astronomers have announced an exciting discovery of one of the most promising hints of potential life on a planet called K218B. The Cambridge team studying the atmosphere has detected signs of molecules which are similar to what simple organisms produce on Earth. Now this discovery has been made using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. And Professor Madhusudhan, an Indian origin scientist, is behind the research on possible alien life on K218B. In fact, he joins us now. Professor, thank you so much for taking out the time to join us. Your team essentially detected dimethyl sulphide, a gas associated with life on Earth, in the atmosphere of K218B. How do we walk the fine line between scientific caution and the excitement of potentially detecting alien biosignatures?
Yeah, no, that is the very important aspect, is that there is both the excitement, the promise that we can do this, and the caution that we have to exercise. In my view, the biggest achievement here is that we are even able to observe any potential biosignature at all, because that is a testament to the kind of advancement we have made as a technological civilization, Webb Space Telescope, that we can make that possibility. And as far as the signal, that is what we are saying, is that it's a very tentative sign right now, but it is promising nevertheless. And we definitely need more observations, not that much more observations, just 2 or 3 more observations will confirm this molecule is there or not. And even if we detect the molecule with very high significance, we still want to be careful in associating it with life, because so far we know that only life can produce these molecules at significant quantities like what we are inferring right now, but we also remain open to other unknown unknowns.
Now, K218b lies in what we call the habitable zone, but it's a mini Neptune, not exactly Earth-like. What does this tell us about expanding our definition of habitability in the search for life?
So that is the central point of essence here. It is what we classify it as a Haitian world. It is a subcategory of the sub-Neptune regime. So it's a large planet, significantly larger than Earth, 8.6 times the mass, 2.5 times the radius. But what the data are telling us is that it's most consistent with the Haitian world, which is an ocean-covered world with a thin hydrogen-rich atmosphere. And we don't have any analog of that in the solar system. So if we indeed find life on this planet, what this is telling us is that life can originate. We're still talking about microbial life, all like microorganisms we're talking about, but still it proves it is a proof of concept that life can in principle originate in environments that are very different from Earth.
Okay, now if things are confirmed, what's the next scientific leap? Are we now looking at a future where telescopes aren't just finding planets, they're diagnosing alien ecosystems?
Yeah, that is why we are so cautious, and we are not claiming that we have detected life, is because if this finding is confirmed and if we indeed can relate that to life, then it's a transformational moment in our history, because we have been searching for life. Whether we are alone is one of the long question of our species. And if we establish that, then we are essentially talking about looking at the night sky. And currently you look at the night sky and think of a physical universe, a universe with inanimate physical objects, these planets, stars, galaxies, to a new paradigm where you look at the sky and you would be thinking of it as a living sky. And that's a radical change in our science and society. So we don't take that lightly. We should be very careful before we can make that association, because the very first detection, a confirmed detection, would be a transformational for everything.
All right, Professor, thank you so much for joining us and giving us more context on what exactly is taking place as far as this discovery is concerned. Remember, the team has essentially said that this could be confirmed within the next 1 to 2 years itself.